again everyone, welcome to another episode of Beard and Board Games with me, Georgie. Today I'm going to be reviewing Citadels. Citadels was released in 2000, was designed by Bruno Faiduti, excuse my pronunciation if that's not correct. It's now released by Fantasy Flight Games. I'm not sure if it was originally, but this is the Fantasy Flight Games version, so it is quite the smaller box. I have seen biggers of the versions of the bigger box. This also included the Dark City expansion as well, so it was quite cool. Came with an expansion in it. Was the first game that I actually played that introduced the changing character role throughout the game mechanism. Which, when I first heard about it, I was like, "What? Come on, that sounds a bit strange. Surely, if you pick a character, you want to go right the way to the end with them and just win." Not that it's all about winning, but yeah, I wasn't too sure about it. Anyway, let's go and have a look at Citadels. Okay guys, well this is Citadels. Citadels consists of a deck of cards and a deck of the districts and character deck. So everyone will get a turn marker. It seems to be quite common nowadays, but I guess back in 2000 not so much. So at the start of the game everyone will get dealt 4 district cards. The district cards are what you use to basically get points and build your district throughout the game. We'll just say for example I was going first. So in the first round, here's all your character cards. You'll see you have 8 different character cards there. On the first round, what you'll do is, or on every round, so I'm just going to say for example we're playing with a 4-player game here because there is variance for every number of players that you're playing. So you would shuffle the cards, get them done, and you would deal 1 character card face down on the table. You would then deal 2 face up. If the king comes out, you take the king out, put it back in the pile, and deal another one down. So these won't be used for this round at all. Now what you can do is you shuffle the character selection deck and you would select your character. So say on this one you have the king, then we have the bishop, the thief, the architect, the magician, and there's also a merchant, a warlord. What's the other one? I believe I'm missing one from here. The assassin. Sorry, yeah, there is an assassin too. So say in this instance I'm going to pick the thief card. But once I've picked my character, take my cards, pass it to the next player, everyone goes. Once everyone's picked a character, the round physically begins. So you'll notice on the character cards there's a number in the top left hand corner beside their name, and there's also a little description at the bottom. So I've picked the thief, he's number 2, and announce a character from whom you wish to steal. When the player with the card is revealed, take his gold. Brilliant. Okay, so obviously I don't know what other cards players have chosen, so that'll be it. But at the start of the game, person with the crown token would shout and do the call-in. On the call-in you would say number 1, and the person who had the assassin card would go first. Then you would say number 2, then it would be me. Now the way you get the crown token in the game is by being the king. The king will get you an extra gold for every yellow district you have, I'll explain that in a second, and get you the crown marker so you get to choose your character first in the next round. So, say number 2, that means it's the thief's turn, which is me. On my turn I get to take an action, which means I can either take 2 gold from the bank, or draw 2 district cards, choose one and put it in my hand, and put the other one back to the bottom of the deck. In this occasion, you'll see on my 4 cards, I'll just quickly go through these with you as well, each of them has a different colour at the bottom. So there's blue, yellow, green and purple, and we also have a red one. See there's a different number of gold at the side as well. Guess what guys, that's how much the card costs to put in front of you. That's really about it. As I said, not too much to it, quite a simplistic game. This one's a laboratory. You do get certain ones that have a special skill. This one, once during your turn, you may discard a district card from your hand and receive 1 gold from the bank. So that's basically it. Then after that you get to build a district. So just say for example I took 2 gold on that turn, and then I would build this, which means I put 4 gold back in the bank. And because I'm the thief, I want to steal from, I wouldn't pick the merchant, I wouldn't pick the warlord, obviously can't pick the thief, I don't know, bishop, and just hope that one of the other people in the 4-player games pick the bishop, and then I get the gold. Whoever picked the king that round gets a crown marker. Keep going. Then whoever builds 8 district first is not the winner. Then you count up the scores. So the scoring consists of, as I said on your scoring card here, it says when a player builds his 8th district, the game ends, which I've just told you. A player receives number of points equal to the total combined gold cost, the cost of all the district cards in the city, so all the amount worth of that. If you've got at least one of each colour, you'll get an extra 3 points there. First player to build 8 districts gets an extra 4 points. All other players who end up building 8 districts get an extra 2 points. And then whoever has the most points at the end wins. Very simple. Let's go and see about what I thought of Citadels. So guys, what did I think of Citadels overall? Absolutely brilliant. One of my favourite card games. Ever since I got it, it's been one of my favourite card games. I know it's a bit old now in regards to Board Game World. I mean, what are we talking? 15 years? Yeah, so it came out in 2000. Remember, I might also have the Dark City expansion, which came out in 2004. Sorry, that was a close call. Almost forgot my dates. But the game itself, you can't really find much flaws with it. Some people say it takes too long. Well, guess what? You just play to 7 cards. You could probably play to 6 cards. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a points based system. You know, as I explained earlier, you count up the points at the end. Whoever has the most points wins. And you know, I mean, it says on the box. Let me just have a look. 20 to 60 minutes. Who's ever played Citadels in 20 minutes? Wow, okay, I never even looked at that. 60 minutes is probably more realistic, unless you're like speed playing it, which I think can be fun at times if you're in a rush and if you win. If you speed play and lose, you kind of feel like, well, it was a waste of time. But either way, it's not about winning, it's about playing the game. In regards to Citadels, I'm going really off topic today, I don't know why. In regards to Citadels, really, really brilliant game. It's been on my shelf for a while, will remain on my shelf for a while. I recommend anyone who likes card games and sort of a light player interaction goes for it. And the mechanic of changing players, oh man, you're going to love it. Anyway, thanks for watching another episode of Beards and Board Games with me, Georgie. Catch you guys later.